Lear.
It sure is, Jane. Good afternoon, everybody. Things getting a little tricky through the night tonight. Today, it's quite quiet out there. Some places, yes, it's cold, but you've got some decent spells of sunshine. But we've got a red warning that's been issued now for the intensity and the severity of snowfall that's likely to arrive through the night tonight. This is to affect South Wales. And that means be prepared, certainly, for some disruption first thing in the morning. I'll come on to the snow in just a moment. Let's just clarify for the rest of the day. A cold day, bright in the east, a little milder with some patchy rain and drizzle further west. But draw your attention down into the southwest. Rain primarily to start with, and then as it bumps into this cold air, it turns readily to snow across parts of Cornwall, Devon, and eventually a little bit further east of that and for much of Wales through the night. It's going to be a cold and crisp start to the day further east, but it's the snow that's our main cause for concern over the next 12 to 24-hour period. So as we sit across the southwest first thing in the morning for your journey to work and for South Wales, it's going to be very breezy. There'll be some intense snowfall, and any lying snow will then drift around by the strength of the wind. As for Northern Ireland, it'll start off as rain, but then very quickly turn to snow through the early hours of the morning. For Scotland, for you, it's a quiet start to Friday. Yes, it's going to be bitterly cold, and yes, it's going to be quite breezy. Now, for many southeastern areas, including the London area, it'll start dry and quite quiet, but it won't last. So if you get to work, be prepared for some snow to arrive through the morning and some intense snowfall for quite some time through the day as it continues to drift further north and east. So weather warnings have been issued here as well for the intensity of the snowfall, and certainly that's going to cause some disruption through travel throughout the day. Another cold afternoon to follow for many. As for Scotland into the afternoon, one for the early evening rush hour, we'll just pick up a few showers perhaps off the North Sea coast, but it's breezy, it's cold, but it remains quite quiet. For Northern Ireland, for your evening rush hour, I suspect there will be some issues as we still continue with some snow showers. Some heavy snow continues across much of North Wales into the northeast of England and East Anglia. Despite the snow easing into the London area for the early evening rush hour, there'll be a lot of lying snow around, and that will certainly cause some problems, particularly on the major arterial routes. As we move into Saturday, perhaps a little quieter. An easterly wind still blows in a few showers off the North Sea coast. They will ease in intensity through the day on Saturday. A quieter weekend in prospect, but keep watching the weather forecast over the course of the day today, because we will update you on the developments of that snow. Take care. Hello there. It certainly looks as though we're going to see some disruptive weather over the next 12 hours in terms of some heavy snowfall. More on that in just a moment. For the rest of the day, it's relatively quiet. It's cold but largely dry. The heavy snow arrives through the night tonight and continues for much of tomorrow across Northern Ireland, England and Wales. But for this afternoon then, we have a little bit of light patchy rain out into the south, a bit of drizzle here, but it's milder. And then across the east, we've got the cold air with a few snow showers affecting that Kent coastline. Through this evening, it stays quite cold and we start to see the first signs of the rain. And as it bumps into that cold air, it turns very swiftly into snow. The wind's increasing as well, so any lying snow will quickly drift around, with the heaviest of the snowfall through the night across the southwest and into much of Wales, which means first thing tomorrow morning for your journey to work or school, be prepared for some delays and disruption as we see that snowfall starting to drift a little further east. Severe weather warnings have been issued now for South Wales. On top of the wind, with the intensity of the snowfall, there's going to be some drifting as well. For Northern Ireland, it'll be rain to start with, then turning increasingly to snow here too. But for much of Scotland, we're looking at a quiet start to the day. Yes, it will be windy and yes, it will be cold, but that snow stays away. It will be largely dry and perhaps bright. Won't be long before that snow moves towards the southeast corner. Yes, across the London area, through the capital, across the Midlands into East Anglia and eventually into the northeast of England. So some significant snowfalls are likely across much of England and Wales throughout the afternoon. It stays cold, it stays breezy. Be prepared for some delays with your journeys, I suspect, during Friday afternoon. Into the evening rush hour, we keep that quiet theme across Scotland, still rather breezy as well. The potential for a few snow showers into the North Sea coast. As for Northern Ireland, we keep some snow showers here. The same too for much of Wales as well, with the winds still remaining a feature. There'll be some snow just pushing to the east of the Pennines and into East Anglia, perhaps easing in intensity a little into the London area, but of course there will be some lying snow through the afternoon. So we've got weather warnings issued. We've got a severe weather warning out for South Wales, which means there will be some disruption for your journey throughout the day. As we move on to Saturday, a few showers continue into the east. They will ease in intensity. It stays cold, but a little quieter. Take care.
full weather forecast then, because Louise Lear has joined us. Hello, Louise.
Hi, Sean. I'm sure Mother Nature's set to test our patience, I suspect, through the course of the next 12 to 18 hours. We've got a red warning issued, the highest tier of weather warnings that can be issued by the Met Office for heavy snowfall in South Wales. I'll come on to that in just a moment. For the rest of the day today, actually, central and eastern areas quite quiet with some sunny spells, a few showers across the Kent coast, a mixture of rain, sleet and snow across Wales, but a little milder here. Now, temperatures through the evening will fall like a stone. We're going to see this rain pushing in to the southwest, and as that bumps into the cold air, then it turns to snow. Significant snow is likely through the night tonight across parts of Northern Ireland, in particular Wales, and down into the southwest. And it's Wales where we've got that red warning in force. Now, potentially it could be rain across Cornwall first thing in the morning, but by 8 o'clock in the morning, be prepared for some disruption across Devon, Somerset to Dorset and Wales, the Black Mountains, the Cambrian Mountains, perhaps seeing as much as 20 to 25 centimetres of snowfall, and with strong southeasterly winds there will be some significant drifting. Snow as well into Northern Ireland for your early morning rush hour. For Scotland, you'll probably wonder what all the fuss is about first thing. It's going to be a bitterly cold start, it's going to be a windy start, but relatively quiet here with some sunny spells coming through, and the same too for the north of England as well and into East Anglia. Now, London, it will start off dry, but take note, you may well get to work first thing in the morning and it'll all be fine, but this snow is heading towards the capital. This is the scenario then at 8 o'clock in the morning. If we run the clock on in an hourly direction, you can see by 10, 11 o'clock in the morning, that snow starts to push into the London area, through the East Midlands and then across to East Anglia. So the main arterial routes, the M4, the M5, the M3, could see some significant disruption throughout the day. And with a strong southeasterly winds, blizzard conditions, there'll be some drifting as well. Cold where it snows, a little bit milder into the far southwest, and here it'll be primarily rain. So just to try and quantify then these warnings, we've got a red warning, which means there will be disruptions for Wales, amber warnings for the bulk of Wales, central and southern England, which means be prepared for some disruption throughout the day. And of course, you can keep listening to your BBC local radio station for further local travel updates, or go online. I'm pleased to say by the time we get to Saturday, winds swing round to an easterly, still driving in a few showers off North Sea coast, but they will ease as the day continues. Hopefully a quieter weekend in prospect, but it still stays cold. If you want more information on those warnings or the weather, well, you can always check online. Until then, Sean.
Louise, thank you.
Weather prospects, such as they are, Louise Lear can tell us more. Hello.
Hello there, Jane. I'm not sure whether they're good prospects either, really. Mother Nature really challenging our patience so far this year, and we've got another wintry theme of weather to come. In fact, we've got a red warning out, the highest tier of severe weather that can be issued by the Met Office, and that's for heavy snow. It's in parts of South Wales. I'll come on to that in just a moment, but I just want to talk about the rest of the day today, which has been relatively quiet, sunny but cold across eastern areas, with a few snow showers across the Essex and Kent coast, and a combination of rain, sleet and snow moving through Wales as we speak. Overnight tonight, temperatures will fall away quite rapidly, and this another weather front moving in from the Atlantic, as it bumps into the cold air, turns quite rapidly to snow. The wind's picking up ahead of it as well, so we will see some drifting as that snow starts to settle. So it's going to be a cold night for many, but at 8 o'clock in the morning, I'm sure that our main cause for concern will be this snow. It will be rain down into Cornwall, snow across Devon, Somerset, Dorset and for the bulk of Wales. Here we've got that red warning, particularly affecting the Brecon Beacons, the Black Mountains. We could see as much as 20-25 centimetres of snowfall before it clears through. Snow into Northern Ireland as well through the early morning rush hour. It'll stay there for much of the morning and into the afternoon. For Scotland, you'll wake up wondering what the fuss is about. Again, another bitterly cold start, but it will be dry with some sunny spells, albeit on the breezy side. A similar story down into North Wales and to East Anglia. The London area will start off dry and relatively quiet, but please take note, snow is expected into London as well through the morning, so you may well encounter some difficulties getting out of London by the end of the day, because that snow continues to push further north and east. Some of the main arterial routes, the M4, the M5, the M3, could be badly affected as that snow continues. We're going to see some strong winds blowing lying snow around, so blizzard type conditions as well. To the north it still stays quite quiet but cold. Down into the southwest it's primarily rain, a little milder here, 6 degrees likely into Plymouth. So just to try and emphasise where our weather warnings are, we've got a red warning out for South South Wales. We've got an amber warning across the bulk of Wales, central and southern England, which means be prepared for disruption. Yellow warnings elsewhere. So if you're going to be travelling for Friday, my advice is keep tuned to the local radio station for further updates for your area. As we move into Saturday, we see some snow showers across the east coast. A cold day, widespread ice as that lying snow freezes over. Take care.